Bitcoin, and we are here in the funnest area where all the mining pods are. So let's go see if we can get a tour. Shiv Gupta, thank you so much for being with me here today.
Doing well. How are you?
Very good. So we are in the midst of a display of several different data boxes. Shiv, it looks like you are displaying several different new ones.
Yes.
Well, actually, first, let's take a step back. For our viewers that don't know Giga, if there's any out there, tell us a little bit about your company.
Yeah. So Giga is a vertically integrated Bitcoin mining company. We specialize in flared natural gas, so mitigating methane emissions. And we do that by remanufacturing natural gas gensets and building Bitcoin mining data centers behind us right there. So we basically can handle anywhere from smaller sites all the way up to really large 1 megawatt plus gensets. And the idea there is we're able to create electricity on the well pad, mitigate those flare sites, and power a Bitcoin mining data center.
Wow. And so you say the flare site are you using all kinds of gas or just ones that are stranded, gas that's stranded and can't get out to the pipeline?
Yeah, so basically we're utilizing stranded assets as well as flared natural gas. So many oil and gas assets that, have no market and can't get their gas to market, as well as flared gas.
And have you seen welcome amongst the oil and gas community, or is there still a lot of education? What's been the response?
Well, our co-founders, Matt and Brent, when they first started this, I heard stories of, the operators wanting nothing to do with this. But I think it's become a lot more in the mainstream now, and it seems like, people want extra gravy on top for their gas, right? If they're turning it off, if they can monetize it, even if that's, pennies on the dollar, they'd still get rather have something than out there.
Right. No such thing as stranded anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And y'all are a Texas natives company, is that correct?
Yep, Texas A&M, Giga, but a bunch of Aggies working for Giga.
Is that where the name came from? Giga?
Yeah, I think it's like a play on like a gigawatt and gigom.
Okay.
Like a gigawatt of energy, right? So we're based out of Beaumont, Texas. That's where all of us are based out of. And we got 20,000 square feet of manufacturing facility where we do our Giga boxers and our Giga gems.
So you're mining, you are selling the equipment that you use yourself and hosting.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct, yeah. So we really built the infrastructure for ourselves, meaning basically we got our start building data centers and remanufacturing gens for our internal projects. And then we realized there's a huge market demand for our products. And as our products became better and better, we just started, capturing more market share. So we figured it was a great way for our company to continue to improve upon our product as well as add a whole new revenue stream. So
vertically integrated.
Exactly, vertically integrated.
Excellent. Well, tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here. So
this
is your gen set?
This is one of our smaller gen sets here. This is a 3406 Caterpillar. So we specialize in Caterpillar engines. Because they're very robust, their spare parts are very readily available, and they just work really, really good here in Texas. So this is a smaller one that we've done for a customer. It's only about 200 kilowatts. We usually do bigger packages, 500 kilowatts and up, but this was just a cool little one we brought to empower for people to see the kind of versatility our company has.
So you just bring it out to the wellhead, and you can daisy chain them together if there's more need for power. Are you making it from scratch, or are you refurbishing it?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we're basically taking what's called a core engine. So it's an engine that's ran to its full working life. We bring them into our shops, and our mechanics, they strip it down to the bare block, put brand new parts in it, and then package it back up for power generation.
And how long will something like this run?
This guy here was really quick, about 4 to 6 weeks, but some of the larger gen sets that you see there in that marketing material, about 8 to 10 weeks.
That's the lead time. And then how long is its life?
It's about 50,000 hours. So if you're running it continuous, that should last you just over 5 years.
Very excellent. So, and then next to the gen set, you've got a data box here. You want to show us a little bit?
Let's come take a look. So right now we're standing in our 1.4 megawatt shipping containers. So these are our 40-foot containers. It can do 360 S19s or about 396 watts miners.
And how much hash power is that? I guess it depends on the computer.
Yeah, it kind of depends on the computer, but roughly about 40 petahash.
Okay.
Yeah.
And everything you do is air cooled, no immersion?
Yeah, so these are all air-cooled containers. Just right from a CapEx perspective, we find that like our internal manufacturing capability, we can produce these so cheaply that it makes sense. And what we've done to combat, higher heat temperatures in Texas is we've outsized the amount of CFM draw on the exhaust side. So it's about a 3-to-1 ratio. So for basically whatever the required CFM of the computers are, we have 3 times that on the exhaust side.
And are you able to, I assume this is for United States power circuits. Are you able to readjust? Are you doing anything internationally?
Yeah,
Or do they work everywhere?
Well, so yeah,
everyone?
that's the neat thing that so because we're off grid, so like in the United States, your electrical standards is 480, 277.
Okay.
Right. The thing is these Bitcoin mining computers, they run off of 240 volts, so 240, 415.
Yeah.
So that's why when you're on grid, you need a really big transformer to step that down to feed your container. But for our purposes on the natural gas genset side, we custom make our alternators to 415. So there's no transformer needed to feed this box.
Excellent. And then we have here, I guess there's a lot of, for those that have never been in a Bitcoin mine, there's a lot of wind that...
I guess that's a good point. So the general layout is you got your air intake coming in from this side. It's going to feed the cool air to the miners, and then the hot air is going to get blown out through the hot aisle. So kind of like a traditional data center where you got your cold aisle and your hot aisle.
And Shiv, were you doing Bitcoin mining before you started Giga? How did you get Orange Cove?
That's a great question. So no, before this, I came from like the traditional legacy world. I used to work for a company called Procter & Gamble before this. So I was always on like the manufacturing and operations side. But I was always a Bitcoin maxi, and I've been following the Giga energy storage since college, and I knew the guys passively at A&M, and kind of got pretty bored of corporate America, and I said, let's go mine some Bitcoin. And then I moved from Boston, Massachusetts down to Buena, Texas.
Boston, but you went to A&M originally.
I did.
And are you bullish on Texas? What do you see for the industry? Where do you think this is going?
Oh, yeah, I'm very bullish on Texas. I think we're primed for success. We're all energy maximalists. I think Texas is booming for business. It's booming for Bitcoin miners, both on grid, off grid. I think specifically for what we're doing at Giga, Texas has been a great place, but I think too, we are also blessed with really good energy infrastructure in the United States.
Yes.
And I think that there's a lot of value on at least the off grid side to basically take this technology international.
I would imagine people are coming to you from all over to just kind of see how to recreate it for them.
Exactly. Yeah, we have, we're working with JVs down in South America, potentially heading to the Middle East. So very excited for what's to come. Very excited.
So what would you say to, let's say, oil field owners that are thinking about doing this? Is it too much trouble? What would be your pitch to them, or how would you?
Yeah, I'd say, do you like money? No, I think, look, if you have a connection to the pipeline, right? When also too, gas prices have come down. This summer they were $7-8, and now we're back down to $250 an MCF. So kind of the pitch becomes easier at this cheap of gas rate. But I think also too, if you've got a stranded asset, there's no longer any reason for it to be stranded or flared gas. Like you can digitally monetize that gas on the oil field, and so there's no reason for oil and gas producers now to pass up on a new revenue stream.
I love it. No more stranded gas.
No more stranded gas.
Stranded.
Exactly.
Well, Shiv, thank you so much for taking the time with us today.
Appreciate it. Yes, ma'am.
Showing us around. Thanks everyone for watching our video. Had a blast here at Empower, and if you want to learn more about what we're doing at the Texas Blockchain Council, I invite you to like, subscribe, and follow us for more content. See you next time.